just didn't drop. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Okay, let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
Oh, well done. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Not a bad approach. He'll be putting. And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The tee shot at the par 4 6th has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
Second shot here on the 6th. Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it? And now over to Justin Rose.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
This one's online. A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
Kind of like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Attaboy, good shot. 13 feet to the hole.
Little birdie look in here.
This one's dialed in. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Here's Justin Rose. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, almost went in. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flag stick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. 13 feet to the cup.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And that will take him to 8 under. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left. Second shot out to the right. Sets up a very simple 3rd shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there. Looking great now.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. This one's for birdie. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards from the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
Not a bad line, this one. Second shot here on the 10th hole. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Yep, he's putting Rosie's nosy out of joint with that one. That was an incredible approach.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. It was on a good line. And that should secure the par on this one. And now over to Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Leading by 3 strokes now. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Well, this should find the short grass. Here we have the second shot into the 11th. Opting for the 3-wood. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Okay, that'll work. And 11 under in front of the player with this putt. That's frustrating. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here. These are on rails, looking good.
And that will drop in for a birdie. He's currently sitting in first place. The tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Quality shot, that one. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, time to return to the action. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
I don't mind the look of this. Oh, terrific. What an effort.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Just building upon his advantage, he keeps making the important plays. Still in the lead now after that hole. Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Lovely effort that. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. That's the right pace. This should drop. And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. Well, this player's mighty fine. Their lead is now 9 after that performance.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
To win the Players' Championship, you've got to run the gauntlet, Rich. Here we are with that big testing second shot at 16.
The water down the right-hand side is very obvious. What's not obvious are the grass bunkers on the left-hand side. You hit it in those, no guarantee of getting up and down. If you take on the green and find it, then you're almost guaranteed a birdie 4.
Putting for eagle here. Nice stroke. And that's a great putt for an eagle. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Okay, steady now. Putting for par. And down it goes. And now over to Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Not quite sure about the strike on that one. This could be heading towards the rough. Well, if you find yourself in the fairway, Rich, at the final hole at TPC Sawgrass, you've obviously navigated a very tough shot. There's just one more to play.
There's one final test. The second shot at 18. Water ever so close to the left-hand side. Green has a lot of movement from back to front. Find the right level. Give yourself a decent opportunity to make birdie. But par, never a bad score at the 18th at TPC.
Well, this has got an amazing ring to it. The Players' Champion.
It is a title that any player would kill to have, and I have to say this has been a killer afternoon. The amazing golf, the players firing it on all cylinders, going for everything they possibly could. I gotta say, what a finish, what a champion. This will go down in history as one of the best Players' Championships ever.
That was an outstanding start by this player, Rich, and they've gone on to victory. What a way to win.
It's very rare where you see a player absolutely dominate a field like they did in this tournament. Unbelievable job all around.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thank you, Luke. What a lovely introduction and what a lovely day. I'm very much looking forward to strolling the fairways alongside these two players. They have been at each other, let me tell you. There's been a little bit of banter on social media back and forth in the lead up to this match. They have a bone to pick. They have a bee in their bonnet, and it's all going to be settled out on this golf course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up this shot with the wind in their face.
They get a little ground draw here. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Two big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2. This one's looking good.
That gets the job done.
Nothing like setting the tone early for the rest of the day with that opening eagle. What a start.
Currently 2 under for the day. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot, you want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
That one's heading down Broadway. Rich, always like going back and looking at T-Dub and some of the magnificent stuff he delivers. This was his second. And back to the play, shall we? And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
And choosing the 8-iron here. This looks to be heading to the green.
For against the wind to stick that one.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is their look at birdie.
Ooh, nice line. Oh, what a super shot. He sits in first position. Rich, it's a challenge, to say the very least, the third hole.
Yes, most players aren't going to take out driver as they just want to lay it back of the water that creeps out on the right-hand side. From there, it shortens up the second shot, believe it or not, to a green that pitches from right to left fairly severely. Your misses can't be out to the right with your second shot. That is a no-no.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
The wind is at their back on this one.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Getting ready to play their third. didn't that look good for a long time? If he makes this, he'll save his par. Well hold. Let's move on. And now at 3 under overall. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
And if they didn't have their rival Tony Finau's attention before, they certainly do now. What an approach shot.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
This is on a great line.
Oh, well played.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
And here we are with the third shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. Time now for the fourth shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Gotta try and save the par here.
There it is.
This player is putting for fun.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. The tee shot also critical here at the par 4 6th at 455 yards.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke. This fairway cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip. And unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high, soft shot, you're not going to find the fairway. This is almost impossible. The second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Great touch.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And now over to Tony Finau.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be. Going with the pitching wedge here.
Yeah, this is lovely.
That got a little out of control, I think.
Not too sure what they were thinking. Too much club.
Sitting at 4 under for the day. Currently tied atop the leaderboard. Ooh, that almost went down. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill. Bit of extra juice needed.
Get excited. This could go in. Solid par putt, that. Just one off the lead after that hole. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Getting ready to play their 3rd. Just a stroke behind the leader. How close was that to going down? Bogey putt coming up here. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
And he's hit that inside the range. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. This has eyes for the hole. Oh, what a lovely putt to make. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Rich, how are we looking after 9? Just one back right now, Luke, with 9 to go. I gotta say, can they overtake the leader? Let's find out.
The back 9 at Innisbrook's Copperhead course begins with a par 4.
Straight down the hill these tee shots go. That bunker down the left-hand side should see a fair bit of action. You leave it out to the right-hand side. There's some trees that are overhanging and will block out your second shot. This green tilts pretty good from back to front.
Sitting at -4, tied for second place.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
A nice approach shot there. Pin high inside the range. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 5 under. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway, and you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Oh, that's a high-caliber shot. Going with the 5-wood. And tidy looking shot, that one. Not able to find the green in 2, but a bold play.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Let's get back to it, shall we? And here we are with the 3rd shot. He shares the lead. So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 6 under. Currently in first position. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Nicely done. Second shot here on the 12th. That's nicely done. 4 feet to the cup. Good stroke. That will drop, and it will extend the lead. And that will take him to 7 under. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, I've never seen a green in golf repel more golf balls than the 13th here at Innisbrook. It's like it's made out of Gore-Tex. Golf balls just don't stay on it. It is really one of the hardest shots at this Innisbrook golf course.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Playing this shot from the sand. Oh my, how about that for a par?
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Yeah, you'll take that. Now 2 shots up after that one. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Oh, caught up in some branches. Getting ready to play their third. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. A birdie putt awaits. Like the look of this one. That putt gets them to 9 under now with just a few holes remaining.
And anything can happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Oh, what a shot by our leader.
Simply amazing power on that tee shot.
And this shot from about 150 yards out. Currently leading by 3. That's a great shot here at 16. It sets up a chance for birdie.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill. Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And now over to Tony Finau.
Birdied their last hole.
And here we are with the third shot. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Sitting at 10 under par for the day.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
The final hole of the Snake Pit, an uphill par 3. Again, 210+ yards.
The final challenging par 3 on this golf course. Good news is, though, is the green funnels in from both the right and left edges. Most shots are going to end up right in the center of this green.
Well, that's beautifully judged. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the course with the live action. 7 feet to the cup. This one started out on a good line. And that's for birdie. Well holed. Still in the lead now after that hole. We've made our way to the final tee here of Innisbrook's Copperhead course, and Rich, no real reprieve.
Not at all. Tee shots have to favor the right-hand side, staying short of those bunkers down the right. The bunkers on the left will see a lot of action, and good luck getting it on the green from there. This green is probably one of the nastiest on the golf course, as it's got a severe tilt from back to front and left to right as well. This is truly one of the best par 4 finishing holes on the PGA Tour.
Good sounding strike, that one. Outstanding approach shot. It's all come down to this. A putt for the title. Tracking, and there's your Valspar Championship champion, Rich. What a week.
Absolutely. Great playing all week long. Must say it was a hard-fought but well-earned victory.
And it's time to recap that play. And Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.
A match for the books, Luke. I'm just happy that I got to witness that and see that. What a rivalry it was in the lead up to this epic match, and they took down the hero. They come out on top of not just the rivalry, but also the event.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. Sky Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with this rivalry. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement these two will generate. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side. A tiny target for sure with the second shots.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Well, that's a handy shot. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
Looking really good, this one. That's inside the range.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Currently 1 under for the day. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. They're in the bunker. Got a chance to get up and down. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look. This one's tracking.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? An opportunity to make their par. He's currently tied for first. The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Oh, that was pure. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This putt will move them to 3 under par.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
This is a good chance. Well done. Take the birdie. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. With that hole complete, this player is currently tied for top spot alongside Justin Rose. The fifth is one of the shorter par fours on the property, right on 400 yards.
Players must make a decision whether to go for it or lay up short of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. This green is perched above the players ever so slightly, and there's a spine running right through the center of it with a low area on the left-hand side. No matter whether you go for it or you lay up, this is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Looking for another birdie here.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies move in the right direction there, Luke.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Oh, this looks pure. Well, that was a phenomenal play. Almost an eagle. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Handy effort, that one. Time for the second shot here at the 6th.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Oh, just missed. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Yeah, well played. Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? Ouch, that hurts. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. We've reached the 8th hole. That was wonderfully done. Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently tied for first place. Just putting on a ball striking clinic, it seems, today, Rich. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? It's just about 3 feet away.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Now leading by 1 shot. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. This one's going right at the pin here. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Oh, lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the 9th. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. As players make the turn, they find themselves on the tee at the 10th.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out. Currently leading by 2.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
That's a golf shot.
As opposed to a cricket shot?
Or tennis. Badminton.
Yeah, true.
Croquet.
Croquet.
Yeah, snooker.
Lawn bowling.
Whatever.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's lots of shots. An indefinite range for birdie.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. And now that finds him in first place. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Around 110 yards to go.
Pretty good shot there.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Ooh. Putting for a par now. Currently 8 under for the tournament. Reach this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot.
Keep it going. 13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short, and those bunkers, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
this putt to get to double digits under the card.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
That was a gallant attempt. Par putt coming up here. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Now, 5 shots up after that hole. What do you think of the 14th, Richard? Par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Yes!
That was sensational, Luke.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. That's a great shot here at the 15th. It sets up a look for birdie. 8 feet to the cup. It was on a good line. This is a par putt. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. And as we take a look at the leaderboard, this player is in top spot, and Justin Rose is 2nd.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Going with the 7.
Ah, yes.
Oh, stop it. What a shot. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And as we take a look at the standings, this player is currently in 1st, with Justin Rose 2nd.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Wow, that was just striped. Close to the surface here, the green side rough. Ooh, that almost went down. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This for a birdie run.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction.
Let's catch up with Will Zalatoris. Let's take a look at the current standings. And as we take a look at the leaderboard, this player is in top spot and Justin Rose is second. Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in two, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
Huge tee shot there, Luke. What a display of power.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
This putt for him to win the event. Looking really good, this one. No, that's too bad. Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to close out the victory. That's frustrating. All right, one down. Let's see if they can take the next opportunity to close out the win. Well, that was a Texas-sized performance by our champion. They have now added the Valero Texas Open to their list of wins.
After this victory, Luke, I'm pretty sure this player's going to have a little bigger hitch in his giddy-up.
And wow, what a rivalry that was. Let's recap some of the results. But it's a big thank you to Henny Koyak for bringing the magic on the ground today. What about what we saw, Henny?
No place I would rather be, Luke. What a day it was. Saw some wins, saw some losses. Overall, some great golf and a pleasure to be out here alongside you guys.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.